Welcome to Type Tune Tint. I'm Tom Kranz, and this is our special holiday edition.
La 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 la, ho ho ho. La 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 la, ho ho ho. When I'm down and out with the blues, there's a little trick I use. On the toughest days of the year, I muster up some holiday cheer. My imagination takes me to somewhere I feel good as new. Christmas is my happy place. Christmas is my happy place. Thinking about that day puts a smile on my face. Christmas is my happy place. La 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 la, ho ho ho. La 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 la, ho ho ho. When my world spins out of control, I picture the guy up in the North Pole. All is calm when I sing Silent Night, and on dark days I still see the light. My imagination takes me to somewhere I feel good as new. Christmas is my happy place. Christmas is my happy place. Thinking about that day puts a smile on my face. Christmas is my happy place. La 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 la, ho ho ho. La 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 la, ho ho ho. When I feel tension build, I build a snowman in my mind. I'm golden when I hear silver bells. I leave my worries far behind. Christmas is my happy place. Christmas is my happy place. Thinking about that day puts a smile on my face. Christmas is my happy place. Christmas is my happy place. Thinking about that day puts a smile on my face. Christmas is my happy place. Times that put me to the test. I remember the season, I feel blessed. I think of Jesus, His amazing grace. Christmas is my happy place. Yeah, Christmas is my happy place.
And I'm one of those people for whom Christmas is a happy place as well. I've got some great memories going back to my childhood. And even now that I'm an adult, a reluctant adult, Christmas is still a great time. My guest today is the gentleman who wrote and sang that song and whose music we're going to be highlighting all through our holiday segment today. Sudi Karatas, who those of you who are fans will remember that he was a visitor to our podcast 2 or 3 episodes ago. We talked about his book, How Catering Sucked the Life Right Out of Me, a great book that I continue to heartily recommend, and another book that we'll talk about later. Sudi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And
Happy
how's the
holidays.
weather?
Merry Christmas.
Yes, thanks. Same to you. We're actually taping this a little bit before Thanksgiving.
Early, yeah.
That's okay. It's all one big holiday ball, basically, the way I am.
Right.
How's the weather in Van Nuys today?
It's kind of chilly. I think it's in the upper 40s right now, maybe 50. It's been kind of cold at night. So.
Oh, geez, you call that cold, huh? Well, here in
yeah, I know, really. I went to
lovely
college
New Jersey. In Jersey, we went down below freezing last night, and winter's finally getting here. But that's okay. It's it's the holidays. It's supposed to be
right.
So, I am first of all impressed and intrigued that you've spent so much time writing all this music about Christmas. So I'm guessing that Christmas holds a special place in your heart. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked Christmas, loved Christmas. And for some reason, I do get a lot of ideas for Christmas songs. I don't always write from personal experiences. I just get ideas. And but it is, and most of the songs are positive. But there's a few songs that are more, frustrated.
Yeah, well, we'll get one of those later on. All I Want for Christmas is Some Sleep. I think that
Right.
title pretty much says it, but it is kind of in its own way, it's kind of an upbeat song. your Christmases as a child were they what we would call a typical Christmas? Did we have you and the family gathered around, or was it a different family situation, or what was your Christmas childhood like?
Well, I grew up in Long Island, but every Christmas we would go upstate. My mom was from way upstate New York in the Adirondack Mountains. And so it was a 6 hour drive. So we'd all pile in the station wagon. There was five kids and my parents. And my dad was Turkish. So he was kind of new to him, this whole Christmas thing. But we would drive the 6 hours up to my grandmother's house. So literally, we went over the river and through the woods to get to grandmother's house.
6 hours, jeez,
It was
that's
a
a
6 hour
commitment.
drive from Long Island. Yeah. Right up near the Canadian border, almost like an hour away. But so there was chaotic. I would call it a chaotic Christmases, just because so many kids, and then my aunts and uncles and couple cousins, and so we would all have this huge Christmas, and the tree would be pretty much buried in presents.
That's cool.
But
So you
it was
have
fun.
Turkish ancestry. Did that way? Is there anything special you did for Christmas that would, comport with Turkish ethnicity or traditions?
No, not really. I mean, my dad, was from Turkey directly. They never celebrated Christmas, but my mom is from here, America, and so she always did. And so she kind of won out on some of the, holiday stuff. But I think he enjoyed it more than he let on. Like he would pretend not to, and um, but it was always hard to shop for him. Although I have to remember, he used to smoke a pipe when we were little, so we'd get him pipe tobacco. I remember and stuff like that. But yeah, it was our Christmases, and they were usually white because it was upstate, which was
Mm.
good. There's usually a lot of snow, not every year, but almost every year. So I love, yeah, snow. So that's good.
Yeah, my mother was probably the Christmas queen in my family. We traditionally, my parents are both German, we're both German. They came over here, and in Germany, Christmas Eve is actually the bigger day or the bigger celebration. So Christmas Eve traditionally was at my parents' little row home on Brill Street in Northeast Philadelphia. And we all, as a kid, of course, we did. My dad always did it up big, building up the anticipation. And my brother and sister and I would wait at the top of the steps, until they gave the signal to come down and blah blah blah. But later on, as we became adults, my brother, sister, and I, and our spouses, partners, children, we all crammed into that tiny little living room in that tiny little house. And we had great Christmases on Christmas Eve. Now we do Christmas Eve at my sister's house, and they have a slightly bigger place, but everybody gathers there. And it's that time of year when everybody gets together. And I'm fortunate
Yeah.
that my family has little, if any, drama. So when we get together, it actually is a fairly happy event, and everybody kind of does catch up, and it's kind of cool. I hope that's the same case for you.
Well, I mean, it's all right. But I think we have to drink a little more to make it
I
smooth.
see. Yeah, well,
You
alcohol
know,
is.
that's funny. That just reminded me that I never recorded it, but I wrote a song DWI, Decorating While Intoxicated. I got to pull that one out too, maybe for
Oh
next year.
yeah,
But
yeah. You got to make that sounds like a great song, actually. Yeah, decorating. My dad was very big on hanging tinsel on the trees, and we don't do tinsel because number one, it's a fire hazard, but number two, it's a freaking mess to clean up. But he was anal about putting them on one strand at a time. My
uh,
brother, sister, and I, we would just grab a bunch and throw it on the tree. He wanted
right.
to put one on, and that was my dad. He was Mr. Detail. That's why he was so great at his job, but he could be a little obsessive at times.
That
And then,
reminds me, my mom used to put angel hair on the tree, and I swear that would make me itch. That stuff. It was like, and we had to
oh,
fight with her
really?
not to put it on. Yeah.
Well, the Germans back in Germany, back in the old day, they used to put lit candles on the edge, on the ends of branches
Oh
of the
yeah.
trees, and that's like a really bad idea,
Yeah.
especially when
Yep.
that tree gets old. And I had one uncle who still did that, but he didn't do it. He would light the candles when we came over, and then he would immediately blow them out. And now, of course, saner heads have prevailed over the years, and we
Yeah.
don't do that because that's trouble waiting to happen. So, I want to get into the one of your first tunes here that we're going to get to, and it's called "Santa Slayed It That Night." And tell us about what this song is about.
Yeah, so I thought of this song, and again, it's not really based on a personal experience for me. I mean, a lot of Christmases I did get a lot of stuff I wanted, so Santa did a good job, or as I say, Santa slayed it. But the original idea came to me. He slayed it on his sleigh, so it was on his Sleigh. He Slayed it, and Chris Kringle killed it. He nailed it. Da, da. So that's kind of what the idea was about, and about a kid getting all these things he wanted on Christmas. But the irony was, he actually wasn't that good that year. He kind of hit it so well that's, or maybe Santa Forgives, who knows? But so it's just a fun up tempo, song that be a fun video to do. I'll have to try and look into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as an homage to all our kids out there who we hope they get what they want for Christmas, here is Sudi Karatas's tune, Santa Slayed It That Night.
In first grade, I sent a letter to the North Pole to get lots of presents. That was the goal. Waited impatiently as days dragged by. Would the man in red reward me or leave me high and dry? He really came through, I'm happy to say. Got a warm, fuzzy feeling that cold winter day. Santa slayed it that night. Kris Kringle killed it, he nailed it, got everything right. Knocked it out of the park as he flew through the dark. Made my Christmas so bright. Yes, Santa slayed it that night. My stocking was full of treats from St. Nick. Ate them all right away, then felt really sick. That didn't spoil my mood, no siree. Still had gifts to unwrap underneath the tree. Got a G.I. Joe, a bat and a ball. Nothing missing from my list. Lucky me, I got it all. Yes, Santa slayed it that night. Kris Kringle killed it, he nailed it, got everything right. Knocked it out of the park as he flew through the dark. Made my Christmas so bright. Yes, Santa slayed it that night. On his SLEIGHTSLAYED. Yes, Santa slayed it that night. I was so good that year at hiding how bad I was. I should have got nothing. Maybe Santa forgives the way Jesus does. Yes, Santa slayed it that night. Kris Kringle killed it, he nailed it, got everything right. Knocked it out of the park as he flew through the dark. Made my Christmas so bright. Yes, Santa slayed it that night. On his SLEIGHTSLAYED. Yes, Santa slayed it that night. Oh, Santa slayed it that night. Yes, Santa slayed it that night. Oh, Santa slayed it that night. Yeah.
All right. I have a memory of my very favorite Christmas present that I got as a kid, and I hope you do too. I went through a secret agent phase, right? When I was, 9 or 10, I got it into my mind that I wanted to be like the guys on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I don't know if you remember that show. You're probably not old enough like I am. It was Robert Vaughn and Ilya Kuryakin, and they played, I forget the name of the bad guys. Was it Spectre? No, that's James Bond. Anyway, I went through this phase where I wanted to be a secret agent. I love James Bond. So there was this toy out there called the James Bond Secret Agent Attaché Case. And what it was like a briefcase and on the inside there was a gun and a stock and you could assemble it into a rifle. And the case also fired a bullet if you push this one button, and it had a hidden knife. It was a plastic knife, and you could rig the little lock so that if you opened it, little caps went off like it was booby trapped. This was the greatest toy that God ever made. And when I got it, I was completely overwhelmed. And it was like my favorite toy ever. Did you have something like that as a youth as well?
I wouldn't say a toy. I think one of my favorite memories is because it was the one Christmas, the first album I ever got. And I love music. And so I don't know what grade I was in, 5th or 6th grade. And I got Olivia Newton-John's Come On Over album before she did Grease, before all that, And to this day, it's one of my favorite albums. And I bought every album of hers since then. And I was very sad she passed away this year. But she also has a lot of good Christmas albums, if people don't know that.
Yes, she
and definitely
does.
Get those. So that was a good memory because it was the first album in my life as a kid. So it has special meaning. And it's such a beautiful album. So other than that, I think when I got that hockey game that where the hockey puck, you go back and forth. As a kid, I kind of remember that was kind of a fun game. And my mom's favorite gift was the Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And
I love those too. They were great.
Yeah. And so her and my uncle, her brother, would play that all the time. I remember that. But yeah, so those are the ones that come right to mind. I'm sure I had other Christmases where I got stuff I asked for. I got a train set at some point when I was really little too. But
yeah, we had trains. My dad was really big on model trains. We had Lionel trains, and then we had the little ones, which are N gauge. They're really small. Actually, to his when he moved to independent living, he wanted trains in his apartment. So my brother set up a little train set for him, and it was great. It kept him busy until his dying day. So let me ask you this. Have you ever, like many people, decide that they pick Christmas or that week to go on vacation because they don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle and the traffic and I guess the stress? Have you ever taken a Christmas vacation, like a cold weather vacation over Christmas?
I only in my mind. Because most Christmases go to family and they're on the East Coast, so it's not really a vacation. Well, it kind of is, but it's to spend. But I've never gone like to an island. I would like to, and I think the song I wrote, "White Sand Christmas," obviously that's what that's about. But Christmases that I didn't go back east to my family and relatives, there was one or two that I had quiet Christmases in California. A quiet Christmas has a nice alliteration to it. And it was kind of actually nice to like a staycation, I guess you'd call it. So a Christmas staycation. And it was kind of relaxing. So, but it's more fun to be with family and friends and all that stuff. So, but yeah, never one day. That's, I guess, on the bucket list the sand bucket list to go and it would be fun to be on an island and enjoy it because I love beaches and I love warm weather. But I kind of feel Christmas is for cold and snow, and it feels more like Christmas
Right, but it's okay to have it as a bucket list. And we have your bucket list song right here. It's called White Sand Christmas, and this is the theme. And here we go. Let's go to a white sand place right now with Sudi.
The weatherman's calling for snow. A cold wind just stung my face, but I've got a tropical goal already packed in my suitcase. Got my plane ticket, gonna fly first class. This Arctic air mass can kiss my Gonna have a white sand Christmas where the water's blue and crystal clear. Gonna have a white sand Christmas, a white sand Christmas this year. All day long I'll work on my tan, while the folks back home all freeze. I'll have a chill drink in my hand on a beach with a balmy breeze. Got no jingle bells, won't be riding a sleigh, but I'll be laughing all the way. Gonna have a white sand Christmas where the water's blue and crystal clear. White sand Christmas, gonna have a white said Christmas this year. I'll be singing carols to the beat of those steel drums, drinking that pa-rum-pa-pum, rum-pa-pum rum. Gonna have a white sand Christmas where the water's blue and crystal clear. Gonna have a white sand Christmas, a white sand Christmas. Gonna have a white sand Christmas where the water's blue and crystal clear. A white sand Christmas. Gonna have a white sand Christmas this year. Yeah, man.
I'll be back with more with Sudi Karatas in just a minute.
Hey, Type Tune Tint listeners. My name is Paul Farvar, and I'm the host of the Singles Only Podcast. Singles Only Podcast is where I interview guests, mostly comedians, sometimes actors, musicians, authors, and sometimes just your average Joe. They tell us about their dating lives, their relationship goals and journeys, often hilarious, sometimes serious, always entertaining. Give it a try. It's only about 30 minutes of your time. You got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Singles Only Podcast available everywhere you podcast, everywhere you listen to Type Tune Tint. You can also find Singles Only Podcast or go to singlesonlypodcast.com to find out more. Find out why the Chicago Reader voted Singles Only Podcast the best podcast last year. singlesonlypodcast.com. Thank you.
All right, and we're back with Sudi Karatas and his multiple songs that he's written about Christmas. He's Sudi, by the way, and I didn't get into this in the beginning, but Sudi is a man who wears many hats. He is a songwriter. He's obviously a singer. He's produced a music video for maybe all of these songs or most of these songs. And he's also produced and written a movie, Walk a Mile in My Pradas, currently available on Amazon Prime, I believe, correct?
Yeah, yes, and also Tubi TV as well.
Got it. And he's written at least 2 books, maybe more that I know of. We'll talk more about those at the end, but we talked about those books in an earlier podcast episode. The one that caught my attention was the one called How Catering Sucked the Life Right Out of Me. And that graphic is highlights the podcast episode, folks. You go back, and as I shamelessly promote myself here, we'll talk more about that towards the end of the podcast here. But so one of the downsides of this time of year, especially if you're really into it, is the stress level. Stress about, stupid stuff, buying presents, being multiple places at one time. I mean, I can't even imagine. I spent 1 year with my wife traveling to like 4 different relatives on Christmas Day, and that was exhausting. I can't even imagine driving 6 hours to go, and then you have to drive the 6 hours back, right, to go visit your grandma. So how do you handle your holiday stress?
Well, it's funny, and it's because I make a joke like it's the most annoying time of the year. And in fact, I went shopping with my dad one year. Like, I don't know why he never went Christmas shopping really, but somehow we ended up in a long line at Christmas time. And as a joke, I saying that it's the most annoying time of the year. And the woman in front of us turns around and she goes, "Amen." And my dad thought that was the funniest thing. And for years, every Christmas we would sing that to each other. Well, the Christmas music is fun to listen to, and that does reduce some of the stress. And it's gotten so crazy. And it's,
it starts earlier and earlier every year,
right?
Even before Halloween, for God's sake.
Yes, it used to start after Thanksgiving, then it was starting after Halloween. Now I think July 5th, the dogs are still in shock from the fireworks, and it starts. It's just crazy. I mean, they're already playing Christmas music on the radio, and it's like mid-November, But yeah, so I don't get as stressful as the song I wrote implies.
Well, we'll hear the song you wrote in just a second. I think it's kind of cute. The way I deal with it, I don't do anything Christmassy until the day after Thanksgiving. I don't crack a Christmas song. I do program. There's one station in the New York market that plays 24-hour Christmas music. Light FM or whatever the hell it
Mhm.
is. I don't know. And I also have a Christmas channel on my Pandora in the car. And I love Christmas music. I have a bunch of different albums, and I like the old fashioned stuff. I don't care. I listen to the Ray Conniff singers, Mitch
Mhm.
Miller. I listen to the classical stuff. With all due respect to Mariah Carey, I'm an old fart, and so I like the older stuff. What can I tell you? But I don't
Right.
listen a minute before the day after Thanksgiving. And then I will listen, maybe for a couple days after Christmas. But when it's over, it's over. And damn it, it's time to move on. But I
Right.
will say that it is a great way to deal with the stress. And another way is to listen to cool songs like the one we're going to play right now, written and sung by Sudi. Once again, All I Want for Christmas is Some Sleep.
After Halloween is when the madness starts. By mid-December, my blood pressure's off the charts. So much to do before the big day is here. It's a wonder I stay sane this crazy time of year. Shopping lines and traffic as I run all over town. All the hustle and the bustle has really run me down. Santa, take me with you back to the North Pole so I can hibernate and rejuvenate my weary soul. All I want for Christmas, all I want for Christmas, all I want for Christmas is some sleep. When stringing up the lights, I end up strung out. I may make it through Black Friday, but there's no doubt by Cyber Monday I'll need a second wind to survive the next few weeks as I spread myself too thin. All I want for Christmas, all I want for Christmas, all I want for Christmas is some sleep. It used to be so simple about a boy in Bethlehem. How did a sacred day become 2 months of mayhem? All I want for Christmas, all I want for Christmas, all I want for Christmas is some sleep, some sleep. All I want for Christmas, all I want for Christmas, all I want for Christmas is some sleep. The holiday season is the reason I'm about to drop. I need to stop and lay down for at least a week. All I want for Christmas is some sleep. Oh, all I want for Christmas is some sleep.
And hopefully you will get some sleep. And I hopefully that you will deal with your stress in a way that deals with things other than sleep, and hopefully not too many drugs. We all may need them once in a while to help us, but I try to not deal with the stress of Christmas too much. My kids are grown now, and the whole present thing. My wife and we're in our 60s. It's like, don't go crazy. We don't need anything. We just need you guys. That's the thing. Both my boys are in their 30s. They're kind of the same way. And they have their spouse slash partners slash fiancés to obsess about. So we'll let them obsess about them. So what are your immediate plans for, the current pre-Christmas? Are you working? I forgot to mention that in addition to songwriting, song singing, some acting, video producing, movie writing and movie producing, and book writing, Sudi also does catering. I don't know if you still do much of that.
I still do a little bit. Yeah. The goal is to not do any of that, just do the writing and producing and all that. But, and again, it's not, some of the jobs are kind of interesting and fun and cool, and you work with a lot of great people.
What about during the holidays? Is more of that coming your way during the
December's a really busy month because a lot of holiday parties and things like that.
So you'll be doing some of that, do you think, over the next month or so?
Yeah, a few lined up to do, some mostly house parties and a few office parties and things like that. But
that's cool. For those of you who missed the last interview that I did with Sudi, you got to listen to my two podcasts ago where we talk about his book, because the book is about, kind of I don't know, behind the scenes. It's like some of the secrets of catering and working with essentially the public and how people respond around free food. And some of those people are VIPs and some of them are kind of celebrity types. And you'd really be surprised. That book is just, and I told you before, it's one of the greatest books about food I've read since Anthony Bourdain's first book.
Oh, I have to quote.
Well, you go right ahead and quote me because I believe in it. It's great. So we're going to now, I think we're going to wrap up at this point, but it was really great to have you with me for this holiday portion of the Type Tune Tint podcast. I wish you all the best over the holidays. And, we can only hope that we are on Santa's nice list and not his naughty list. Because as we know, Santa checks to see if you've been naughty or nice. And you've written a song about that too, haven't you?
I have. That's a very good segue.
And it's called
Naughty or Nice. Naughty or Nice, and it's like, you look so nice, I want to get naughty with you is the theme of that one.
Man, all right, great. And that sounds like a good place to part. I do wish you a happy holiday season, Sudi. It was great to have you with us. And we'll be checking in maybe over the new year at some point and see what's going on. If you have a new book coming out, give me a holler and we'll chat again. In the meantime, everybody out there, have a great holiday season. And we leave you with Sudi Karatas, Naughty or Nice. Have a merry, everybody.
It's Christmas time again. Santa's making a list and he's checking it twice. He wants to know who's been naughty or nice. Are you naughty or nice? Are you naughty or nice? Santa wants to know and I do too. Are you naughty or nice? Are you naughty or nice? You look so nice, I wanna get naughty with you. I wanna get naughty with you. Take off your stockings and put them on the fireplace. It's cold outside, warm me up with your embrace. Think of all the Christmas joy you'll bring. I promise I won't tell Santa a thing. On this Christmas night, I want you to hold me tight. Are you naughty or nice? Are you naughty or nice? Santa wants to know and I do too. Are you naughty or nice? Are you naughty or nice? You look so nice, I wanna get naughty with you. I wanna get naughty with you. You look better in red than Santa ever will. And your body can warm us up in this winter chill. Let's get together underneath the mistletoe. It'll be our secret, Santa will never know. On this Christmas day, with you I wanna play. Are you naughty or nice? Are you naughty or nice? Santa wants to know and I do too. Are you naughty or nice? Are you naughty or nice? You look so nice, I wanna get naughty with you. Ooh, I wanna get naughty with you. Are you naughty or nice? Are you naughty or nice? Santa wants to know and I do too. Are you naughty or nice? Are you naughty or nice? You look so nice, I wanna get naughty with you. I wanna get naughty with you. Are you naughty or nice? Naughty or nice? Naughty or nice? Naughty or nice? Are you naughty or nice? Naughty or nice? Naughty or nice? Naughty or nice? This Christmas night, I wanna hold you tight. Are you naughty or nice?
Hi, folks. Tom Krantz here. I appreciate you tuning in to my podcast, Type Tune Tint, and I especially appreciate those of you who have subscribed. I started this subscriber thing in July of 2024, really just as a way of recouping a little bit of the costs of doing this podcast. There's website hosting and there's WordPress additions, and occasionally I buy a book so that I can actually know what I'm talking about when I interview an author. You can subscribe to this podcast for as little as $3 a month. Comes off your credit card automatically. And for $3 a month, you get the satisfaction of knowing that you're helping keep this podcast going. I'm in my 5th year now, but also I will occasionally offer exclusive content just for subscribers. So give it a shot. I appreciate you taking the plunge. You can unsubscribe anytime you want. If you have any questions or comments, of course, you know how to get in touch. So please subscribe, and I appreciate it. Thanks.